Hello, kindergarten and first graders. Let's start with our welcome song. Please sing with me. Welcome, boys and girls. Welcome, boys and girls. It's so nice to have you here. Welcome, boys and girls. Good job. All right, today we have a very fun song to learn, and it's called Fiddle Dee Dee. Isn't that kind of a funny name? Can you practice saying that with me a couple times? Let's try it together. Fiddle Dee Dee. Let's try it one more time. Good job. Ready? Fiddle Dee Dee. Good. Okay, so first I will sing, and then when I do this, that means it's your turn to repeat after me. Okay, ready? Fiddle dee dee, fiddle dee dee. Can you try that part with me? Ready? Fiddle dee dee, fiddle dee dee. Good job. Here's the next part. The fly has married the bumblebee. That's kind of silly, isn't it? Let's listen to that part again. The fly has married the bumblebee. Can you sing that with me? Ready? The fly has married the bumblebee. Good job. Okay, let's try to put those first two parts together. I'll sing it first, and then you sing it after me. Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Your turn, ready? Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Okay, good job. Let's move on to our next part. This part is also kind of funny. Listen very carefully, there's lots of words in this part. The fly said, "He, will you marry me?" Oh boy, ready? The fly said, "He, will you marry me?" Those words are kind of in a weird order, aren't they? The fly said, "He, will you marry me?" And it rhymes, he and me. Can you try saying that with me? The fly said, "He, will you marry me?" Good, let's sing it together. The fly said, "He, will you marry me?" One more time, good job. The fly said, "He, will you marry me?" Good, here's the next part. And live with me, sweet bumblebee. Okay, let's try that part. And live with me, sweet bumblebee. Good, let's put those two parts together. Again, I'll sing it first, and then you can repeat after me. The fly said, "He, will you marry me? And live with me, sweet bumblebee." Your turn. The fly said, "He, will you marry me? And live with me, sweet bumblebee." Good. And then the last part goes like this. Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Can you try that? Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Good job. Okay, I'm going to try to sing the whole song by myself, and then if you think you want to try it after, we'll try it together. Ready? Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. The fly said, "He, will you marry me? And live with me, sweet bumblebee." Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Okay, you want to try that with me? Ready? Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. The fly said, "He, will you marry me? And live with me, sweet bumblebee." Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Good job. So I kind of have three different parts in my song. The fiddle dee dee, and then the fly said, "He, will you marry me?" And then the last part, fiddle dee dee. Did you notice something about these three parts? Are there a couple parts that sound the same? Yes, two parts sound the same. It's the first part, the fiddle dee dee, and then we do that again at the end. The third part is the same. Fiddle dee dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. So if you can get one of those two parts and then the middle part, you have the whole song down. Okay, let's try the whole thing one more time. And then we're going to add some really fun actions. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. The fly said, "He, will you marry me and live with me, sweet bumblebee?" Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Okay, awesome job. I am going to teach you the actions now. Okay, it's time to learn the actions. The first part is probably my favorite part. And first you put your hands on your hips like this, and then you're going to put your right foot out. And you're going to just have your heel touching the floor of that right foot. So the other foot, your left foot, should be on the floor like normal. And then you just put your right heel out like that. And then you're going to switch and you're going to hop to your other foot. So then your left foot should be out. So it'll look like this when you switch. Ready, and switch. Okay, let's try that again. That's a little tricky, isn't it? Ready, and right, left. Okay, let's try that again. So you're starting with your feet together like this, or close together. And then you're going to put your right heel out, and then you're going to switch to your left. Try that with me. Ready, go. Right, left. Last time. Ready, go. Right, left. Okay, good job. Let's do 4 of those in a row. So it'll go right, left, right, left. Ready, go. Right, left, right, left. Okay, one more time, and then we're going to try to put some words to that. Ready, go. Right, left, right, left. Good job. So this will be during fiddle-dee-dee. So every time we sing fiddle-dee-dee, you will be doing this dance move. Let's try just speaking those words with our dance move. Ready, go. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee. Good job. One more time with the words. Practice saying them out loud with me. Ready, go. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee. Good job. On the fly has married the bumblebee, we're just going to turn like this. The fly has married the bumblebee. And on the word bee, your feet are right back in the same spot you started in. So you're just turning around in your own little circle there. Okay, let's try speaking that from the beginning. Get ready for those fun little hops. Ready, go. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Good job. Let's do that one more time. Ready, go. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Okay, good job. Now, we know the movements for part 1 and part 3 because they're the same. So the movements are the same, right? The middle part probably has the easiest action, probably because those words are so tricky, huh? The fly said, "He, will you marry me and live with me, sweet bumblebee?" All you do for this part is you're going to pretend like you're pleading because the fly is pleading the bumblebee to marry him. So you're going to go down on one knee like you do when you ask someone to marry you. And you are going to put your hands like this because you're saying please. And that's all you do for that part. Let's try it. The fly said, "He, will you marry me and live with me, sweet bumblebee?" And then you get back up and get ready for fiddle-dee-dee again. Ready, go. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Okay, let's try singing it now. Okay, ready? We're going to sing the whole song together. Here's your first note, fiddle. Okay, hands on your hips. Let's go really slow the first time. Here we go, ready, and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. The fly said, "He, will you marry me and live with me, sweet bumblebee?" Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Okay, good job. Let's try that one more time. Make sure you're doing the dance moves with me and you are singing with me. And then I'll try to play an instrument to go along with you. Ready? Ready, go. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. The fly said, "Hey, will you marry me and live with me, sweet bumblebee?" Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, the fly has married the bumblebee. Good job. Okay, this time, instead of singing the words out loud, I want you to think the words in your head, but you're still going to do the dance, and I'll play the music for you. Okay, friends, so this time, I want you to think the words in your head instead of singing them out loud. So the only thing you should hear is my recorder. This is my soprano recorder, and I'm going to be playing the song on this while you do the dance. Remember, if you think the words while you do the dance, it'll be much easier. Okay, get ready. So you should be standing with your hand on your hips and get ready to do the fun hops. Ready, go. Okay, good job and have a great week.